He does just call. Scott Seiver has pocket aces.
Oh, Scott Seiver, you lucky dog, you picks up the blades.
First queens, now aces.
Scott is in a dream spot. He's in position. Both these guys have hands they could conceivably think have decent equity. And oh yeah, Scott Seiver has Scott Seiver's rep.
He re-raises it to 3-bet to 275,000.
Very small free bet. He wants axe shown.
It's back on Shak. Now, surely this is an all-in or fold spot.
He certainly does not have enough chips to call.
He's called.
We certainly can't blame Jensen for coming along for the ride now.
Jensen calls as well. We go 3-way to the flop.
Huge percentage of Shak's stack in the middle.
The flop is 9-9-10.
Everyone misses. Scott's still in great shape. Not sure how much action he'll get. Dan would typically check this to 3-better.
I'm all in.
Shak shoves.
This is a baffling open shove. Why would you ever do this with a 9? When you do it as a bluff like this, if you do get called, you're gonna get bladed.
How much do you go? 745.
Jensen shoves. Scott might throw up in his mouth.
Jensen actually considering playing this?
He's getting almost 3-1, and typically when he shoves, Scott's supposed to fold.
All in.
He does shove.
All in.
Call.
Scott does not fold.
Well, I mean, typically when Scott doesn't have aces.
Both Seiver and Shak are at risk here. You got yourself into this mess, buddy.
Come on.
Scott way ahead, but still quite nervous. It's adorable, actually.
This one I would like to hold, though.
A jack for Jensen busts them both.
I'll take a 9. Yeah, thank you, Vladimir.
I think a queen's coming.
I mean, probably is.
It's an ace.
That's over.
Indeed.
Even the poker gods don't want to see what Scott Seiver had for lunch.
Good luck, everyone.
Good game, Dan.
So Dan Shak is eliminated. Scott Seiver wins a huge pot. We're going to sweat with Phil here. We'll play the hand from his perspective. Under the gun, ace-king suited, a raise to 1,600.
Sweating with the GOAT, the greatest of all time.
Will Phil find a customer?
Well, I'm totally on board so far.
Sam Greenwood calls from the small blind, and Steve Gross folds the big.
So just one caller and we're in position. I am all about it.
Good flop for Hellmuth. Has the nut flush draw.
All right, let's go. Dang, it's hard to flop a pair in this place.
No, 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 no. We were supposed to bet there. No.
7 of hearts on the turn.
Did he check or what happened?
Not yet.
I'm thinking.
I'm thinking I'd like to go back and continuation bet the flop.
Greenwood leads the turn.
33. Okay.
Phil calls.
What do you need, a 9 or a 10 or something, or what?
Those would be bad unless it's a club.
King of spades on the river.
Top pair for us. This guy sure doesn't look comfortable.
Greenwood considering whether to bet again. Hellmuth the effective stack. He has 15,000 behind. Hey buddy, it's on you. Greenwood handling his chips nervously.
Typically, I'd say we're pretty happy to have him bet here.
He bets 8,300.
Well, we missed the flush, but I think this is a pretty easy just call.
Gonna cost Phil more than half his remaining chips. He does call, and Greenwood tables aces.
Ay-ya.
Wow, how am I still alive? You told me the stone cold cooler and the nut flush draw on the flop live. How am I still alive in this tournament?
Because you played it weird?
He gave me the stone cold cooler. It's a miracle. Hallelujah! It's a miracle.
Like turning water into wine. W-H-I-N-E. It looks like it's going to come down to Mizarchi, Santos, Froshaug, where we could potentially lose 2 players and burst the bubble without having a bubble.
Back to the action at our secondary featured table. Everyone watching this one.
Ooh, 2 aces for the guy with all the money. Ace queen in the 2 seat. Pair of queens over in the 4 seat. And the flop is.
And that flop does give Santos some hope.
A royal flush draw, and he's almost a coin flip.
Things not looking so good for Froshaug, and he knows it.
Turn card.
Huge sweat.
Deuce of clubs.
Aces still lead.
Santos needs a spade or a 10 to survive. Froshaug needs a queen.
All right, let's see the river.
No dice, double bubble.
King of hearts on the river. So Rob's gonna win it all. We're gonna have 2 players bet on this hand, so that means we are at 144 players in the main event.
He's taking it well. Phil has been dealt pocket kings, but the bad news for him is that Henry Strasser has been dealt pocket aces, and Strasser has just limped.
Oh man, Phil's gonna think he's got him right where he wants him.
Here comes the raise. Hellmuth makes it 4,000. Queen Jack suited for Team Online's Tatiana Baratuzova.
You don't have to move in every hand, young lady. You can fold occasionally.
But, first of all, let her have all the camera time she wants. Second of all, one player to a hand. She's got an actual decision. I'm sure Phil would love it if she jammed, but Strasser would love it more.
She gets out of the way. The blinds, both pass. Action back on Strasser.
Re-raise.
A big re-raise.
Wow, look at this. The ultimate cooler, really?
Phil sniffed it out. He knows what he's up against.
If anyone is capable of getting away from this, it's PHJR.
Ow.
But he also can't make a habit of folding kings at people who play strangely against him.
That said, Strasser has played these aces pretty much face up.
Once he limp re-raises, aces do become a huge part of his range, but still, Phil has kings.
All right, I'm in.
And he shoves.
You got aces?
Wow.
Phil fell for it.
And now you do have the king.
Of course I have the kings. What else would I have?
Phil Hellmuth at risk and way behind.
All the kids giving all their chips away. I get eliminated like this.
Super cold deck.
He needs a king. 2 outs for Hellmuth.
What are you gonna do?
He doesn't hit, and he is eliminated.
Good hand, man.
Thank you.
Unlucky? Thanks. Good luck.
Seriously, I'm a huge
Handle yourself well. You handle yourself well. But I think I was gonna get some chips from you.
You were going to sweat with Joe Serok on this hand. Aces. Nice.
Blades. Somebody's about to get bladed by us. Snick, snick, snick.
A raise to 27,000 called by Yann Dion in the cutoff. Anyone else coming along for the ride?
We got enough blades for everybody.
Nope. Heads up to the flop.
Yeah, we probably do really only want to take the flop heads up.
7-6 deuce with 2 spades.
That's an awesome board for us. Not too much to be scared of there.
Serok continues for 40,000.
Even though there are a few draws out there, you wouldn't really expect Dion to have called from the cutoff with many hands this board connects with.
Well, he calls the bet of 40,000. So we go to the turn. Queen of Hearts.
I think this is a great card for us. Maybe Yann was floating with 2 overcards and he just caught one. We can barrel here again on the turn for straight value.
105,000. And Dion will call again.
Okay. 2 flush draws out there now. I'm still not super worried about this.
3 of clubs on the river.
Probably the safest river ever. 4-5 just got there, but honestly, I don't see why we wouldn't go for 3 full streets here. 2/3 pot would be pretty sick.
Green chips, 25,000 each. Serok bets 250,000.
Is that 2/3? I'm not so good at the maths. But will it get called?
Dion was 630,000 behind.
All in.
And he shoves.
Gulp. Well, here's the problem, James. We're getting pretty good odds right now, like good enough to call. But I feel like when this happens, it's because the other guy's never bluffing. Call, call, shove looks really strong. But we're getting like 3-1, 6 spot.
Call.
Serok calls and Dion tables. 3s, he rivered a set.
Ah. Celine Dion sang about the heart of the ocean. This guy should be singing about the heart of the river. Nice river, sir. All right, take it easy there, Lost Boys.